cut out, we're going to be working page by page, okay? I do not recommend that you go through and cut all your pages first, or you're going to get super confused and not know where you're at, or like what you're doing, or where you're going, or any of that. So you're going to work along. If you're creating along with me, you are going to cut as we go. Okay, now I do have mine pre-cut so that we can save a little bit of time in our journal here. Okay, so the first part of our journal that we're going to work on is actually this part right here. So if you have your journal in front of you, there's going to be a paper in your journal. You don't see it here, but there's going to be a page inside of your journal that says stop. And it tells you what pages you need to print double-sided. Okay, because this is a double-sided journal. And there's some pages that don't need to be print double-sided. So right now, you're going to cut out everything on this page. Now, these pockets here, they're scallop pockets. We actually don't need these pockets right now. We have them right here. But what I am going to do while we're here, because we do want to prep them, get them ready, is we're just going to kind of ink up the edges so we don't forget to do it later on, because it's too hard to ink up edges of pockets once we've glued them on. And we're going to kind of set our scalloped pockets off to the side, because we're not going to need those just yet. Okay. All right. And then we have the window insert, which is the bicycle. And then we want to get one of these tabs. Now, these tabs are going to be on one of the other pages. Let's see here, like right here, you'll see it says pull tabs. And so you're going to cut one of those out. And we're actually going to prep this right now. We're going to take our pull tab right here, and we're going to ink our edges. And I'm actually going to trim this up a little bit, because actually I think it might be a little bit too big, or it won't fit in the hole. And we want to try to trim this one here. Is like, it's a tight fit in the little folio. So let's kind of trim it up, add some ink to it. We're going to take this little pull tab thing right here, going to fold it in half, ink the edges, give it a little makeup job here. Okay. And then I'm using Zip Dry. This is my go-to glue. Anytime I'm teaching, like doing a video or whatnot, I will use this glue just because it dries super fast. I have a love-hate with it, because I really do love the glue, but it doesn't have a lot of working time. So there's not a lot of error. Like once it's glued, it's glued. You don't have the ability like Eileen's Quick Tack, where you can just like kind of maybe like move it around a little bit. You don't have that ability. So you're just going to kind of glue your tab on right there. Your little boop, boop, pull tab. And you're going to put that aside with the little scalloped edges, the little scallop folders. All right. So here it says, cut out this window before gluing tabs. So we want to cut this window out. Now, your cut job doesn't have to be perfect, because you're just going to ink the edges and make it look perfect, right? It's like makeup. Although I don't think makeup makes anybody look perfect. Okay, I'll get that over there. And I gotta put the lid on our Zip Dry there, because our Zip Dry will dry out real quick. All right, we're going to take this. I use the corner of my table. You may not be able to see me. Let me see if I can push it over here on the corner of my table. And I use the corner of my table. A lot of people have like those fancy scoring boards, of which I have, by the way. And those little scoring devices, I don't like them. I'm scrappy. I like my table. It works just fine for me. Okay. That's that one. Okay. Put my camera back. All right. We're going to fold it, and there's a line like right here. We do want to crease the line. And there's another line. It's so hard to see it. I almost forgot about it. So there's a slight line right here. You guys see that? There's a slight line right there. You want to crease that line too, because that part is this here, because see how the folder has to go. We need to give the folio depth. So we need to give it depth, or it's not going to lay right. You see that? So there's a fine line right there. And so we need to make a crease there and another crease right there. Okay. All right. All right. I'm going to do this. Let's sit here. All right. And then that one there. All right. So you can see there that we have the crease right there. All right. And then we're going to get it glued together. All right. So once you get that line done right there, we won't worry about this tab right now, but we do need to fold and glue here and glue here. You can use a glue stick if you want to. I'll be using my quick dry glue, but we want to glue this down. So before we glue that down, our little pull tab, we want to make sure that it fits in here. Ah, it does. Okay. Okay. So send that out. And here. And take the glue. And it's these little like binder clips here. All right, well, I'm gonna make sure that top stays up. And let's go ahead and set this piece aside, and you're gonna keep it together with the scallops and this card. Okay, so page 1 is done. All right, so now we're gonna be moving on to page 2. So page 2 is going to be our envelope. Again, this is a double-sided print right here. You don't have to print double-sided. Ideally, it would be ideal. I just think that it adds a little, it just adds a little something to it. Okay, so on this one here, I'm just gonna put some glue on these tabs right here. Oops, I went too far up. Don't follow your teacher here. We don't want that tab to go all the way up, because the tab doesn't go all the way up. Oh man. Okay. And do that. This glue, if you're not familiar with it, literally takes like 15 seconds to dry. Like literally 15 seconds. Okay, so once that's done, you're gonna put that up at the top, and then we're gonna locate, since mine's already cut out, we're gonna locate these pieces here. Oh, you know, something I forgot to do, going back, see the system, is I forgot to ink these edges. Going back to that first one, sorry about that. Let's ink these up real quick. And I probably should have inked that before I glued it down, but it's all right. Okay, that just pop that out. Okay. All right, put that aside. And then we want to get our envelope before we forget. I'm going to ink that up. Okay, I'm going to ink up our little doohickey tags here. It just makes it easier when you're doing these projects, these printables. Like I try to design my printables so that they kind of a little bit go in order. A little bit. Okay, and that. Okay, so now we're going to locate our butterflies. And let's see which butterflies. We have this butterfly and we have this one. These are called fussy cuts. These are not meant to be cut perfectly. They're meant to be a little bit, well, fussy. And then you just take your ink and you go around with your ink and you just kind of clean it up so it doesn't look. Now, you're going to fold your butterfly in half because that's going to give it like a raised look to it. I'm going to set it aside up at the top. Okay. And voila. There we go. All right, so our envelope. And now we want to find these 3 images. Well, you don't need to find them. You need to cut yours out. I need to find them because mine are already cut out. And I just lost one on the floor. Classic. Okay, that and then I don't know where that house is there. Oh, I need the pot. Here we go. Now, these here, if we want to, we can put pull tabs on these. If we want to. Let's just ink the edges and set them aside. We'll put pull tabs on them later if we want pull tabs on them. Let's just ink them up. Normally when I'm making my YouTube tutorials, I normally have everything cut, everything inked, everything ready to go. But you guys, I want you creating along with me. And then that way, if you're creating along with me, get to that section, pause it, resume. All right, we'll put these here. And then I have another, I'm just going to go ahead. I have another butterfly. It's on another page, but I'm just going to go ahead and ink that real quick. Okay, put that up side. And we've got these little pull tabs here. I'm just going to kind of set, we've got a bunch of pull tabs here. I'm just going to go ahead and fold these up here. Save a little bit of time here because we are going to be using these here shortly. All right, and then we're ready to go on. You guys should be ready to go on to the next page. Here we go. Oh, yes. This is a card page. We're going to set that aside. It says mini cards, double-sided. We're going to set that aside for right now. We're going to set this page aside for right now. Cards, double-sided. We're going to get that thing. And what we want to work on right now is the page that says the right side. Okay. And it looks something like this. All right. We're going to take this and you can see here that it has that line right there. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and crease these on the edge of the table. There. And then we are going to want to ink them. I'm going to start bringing our journal to life. Or our, can we just call it like a creative and interactive vision board? Maybe that would be a better. An interactive vision board. Okay. We just want to make a crease right there, but then kind of unfold it on the butterfly side. And then we're going to fold it in the middle. Okay. All right. All right, we're going to open that up. And this is a good point for your glue stick. I'm just using like, you know, Elmer's glue stick here. Nothing. Actually, let me go to my other one. My other one's going to be stickier. This is my fabric. This is a glue stick for fabric. Let me put this aside for right now. I get these glue sticks on Amazon. They're temporary fabric glue stick, and I really like them. Okay. And then it's going to be something like that. Do that. Okay. All right. Get that one set aside. All right. And then we have the pocket. There's a pocket here and then a pocket here. So because you're creating with me, you're going to probably have a line right there. And we're going to come back to that. And we want to get the inside middle and the back middle. Inside middle. Right here. Okay. And then let's get these inked up so we can get to assemble. Okay, to assemble this. And this here we can kind of ink up a little bit after we assemble it. Okay. All right. Now, if you see right here, inside middle, we're going to take this piece right here, the inside middle, going to fold it over. And then you're going to have your piece here. Okay. And I'm actually going to do, actually this one's for the right side, right? To the side, like here, because when you flip it over, it's going to be on that. Let's see. Yeah, that's right. So this butterfly one is going to be on your right side. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and add some glue. Let's see here. Yeah, I think that's about, I think I'm okay with that. Let's see. That's going to be on the inside. Now, I think I want to do, let me see here. Let me see. How do I want to do that? I think I want this one to go on this side. It's, when I say it doesn't matter, it actually does matter. Okay. So this is, so I think this is what we want. We want to see this here. And so that when we close that, then that is what we're going to see there. Okay. So let's go ahead and get some glue on this. And I'm putting this on the right-hand side. Kind of centering it up best as I can. Okay, so that one's on the right. And I want you to get the piece that we set aside the first time. Okay. And that one is going to be on this is on the right-hand side, my right. And let's put this here. And this one is going to go on this side right here. Okay, so when you fold that in, it'll be like that. Okay. I'm gonna kind of just do let's do a little clip right there. All right, perfect. Okay, now we want to take, let me show you guys on the printable. Do the middle back piece, we're going to need that in just a few to cover our tab. So we'll put that aside. And then we need the piece that says bottom. Okay, so find the piece that says bottom. And there's going to be some folders for the bottom that are going to go right here and right here. But grab the bottom piece here. Okay, and there's a line right here, like kind of sort of, and you can see my amazing cut job there. And then, of course, fold the tab, crease the tab. So what I would do in this case is I would crease the tab first. And then what I would do is I would fold this in like this, all the way to the crease. And I would fold it in half, okay? Just like that. And you can trim up any of your janky cut jobs like I have. Go ahead and ink these edges. Okay. So on our folder here, it should look something like that. Okay. And then you can take this and we're going to glue these together. Fold that in half and glue. And you may have like a little corner right there. Like if that bothers you, you can kind of just like round it off like that. Okay. And right there. And then this is going to go, this piece here is going to go like that. So that is the piece that folds in like that. Taking some glue right here. And you can kind of just do that, flip it over, and then add your thing. So you can see here, this is where this piece comes in to cover up all of those tabs. And that piece is called middle back right there. So your middle back piece right there. So we've used the inside middle piece and we've used the middle, and you can go ahead and cut out your pull tabs as well. Okay. We've used the inside middle and we're getting ready to use the back middle here in just a second. And we can set that sheet aside. We have our bottom, and we'll come back to these folders here in a few, but you can see that they match. You can mix and match too if you want to, but you can see how the folder, which is going to go at the bottom here, and the folder that go at the bottom here, how they matchy. Okay. All right. And then we're going to be getting into some pocket stuff. So let's get this finished assembled. And let's make sure that everything folds right, looks right. We don't have to make any adjustments. We don't have to fix anything. Make sure our creases are all right. Make sure that we're good. We can even put this piece in here. Slide that in like there. Oh, that's so cute. I just love it. And you can just pull like do. Love, love, love. And you can use one of the other photos in there too. Like maybe you want to do that one in there instead. You can mix and match. That's why they're on pull tabs. So you can actually take this and you can actually put one on there instead if we want to. course, it would have helped if I inked that before I went to put it on there, but all right. So remember these little scalloped pockets right here? Okay, we're going to open these up, and these scallop pockets, this one is designed for right here. And with this, you just want to lightly put glue on the edge here, on the straight edges. You can use, if you don't have binder cups, you can use paper clips as well. Paper clips work really well. And then this next folder you can do right there. You could also do on here, but I like to do the envelope right here. So we're going to do this one right here. All right, there. Turn her over. Let's ink this edge. I hope you guys feel like you're on vacation in Italy. Please tell me you feel like you're on vacation. That's good. And we're going to use a glue stick for that. I got to cap my zip dry before it dries. I tend to use the glue stick where it's not going to get a lot of movement. If it's going to get a lot of movement, if I'm not like short on time, like I'm not filming or something, I will use Eileen's Quick Tac Glue because the zip dry is so expensive. But anytime I film, I am using zip dry just because of time. Waiting for glue to dry. I don't have a lot of. You guys don't want to sit around waiting for glue to dry, do you? Okay. I'm going to go ahead and put. I just love it. So cute. Cute, cute, cute. Okay. So we got that. We have this, got glue all over it. And we'll grab a paper towel. Okay. So now we have, remember the folders that I said match? So we're going to ink those. And you guys, believe it or not, we're almost done. Like, we're just like in the decorating stages now. I know that this looks like super complicated, but it is not a complicated project. You only want to glue 3 edges. You don't want to glue one of the long edges or you're not going to have a pocket. Not saying I've ever done that, but I have. Because I get like glue happier. I'm not thinking about it. And you have some like decorative pieces. You have a rose and you have a truck that's on like one of the pieces that you can cut out. Oops, sorry. Let me move that up. I'm sorry, guys. So you can put a thing there. And then when you fold this over on this side here, you're going to find the piece that matches that right there. And ink. Ink. Ink is our best friend. And these are just to hold our little pictures. Maybe you had an experience in Tuscany, or maybe you had visited a lavender farm and you want to add some of your own little like ephemera pieces or whatnot to it, you can. Alrighty. Okay, so we're gonna kind of like let those dry a little bit. Kind of give it some reinforcement there. Okay. All right. So this part here, there's going to be middle side pockets here and here. They look here and here and here. All right. And then do like one here and then like one here. So it's like a crisscross pocket. Okay. Like that. And you can, even if you wanted to, you could put one here and you could do one on the back if you want to as well. I just happen to like the wreath back there. It's yours. You can do whatever you want to it. You don't even have to follow the rules. Once you got your like little like side pages in, you can do whatever you want. You can put your folders wherever your heart desires. I do not care. It is your dream, your vision, your living vision board. You can do whatever you want to it. You may need to trim up, you know, if you have a janky cut job like me. This. I don't know if you guys have any amazing summer plans this year or not, but I get to go back to Oregon and see my mom. I'm turning the big 50 this year. Oh my gosh, I can't even believe that. I remember when I was a little kid, I thought that 50 was like, I just thought 50 was like old. But I feel younger now than I did when I was like 25. So I'm thinking like 50 is like definitely the new 20s for sure. So anyways, there we go. Okay. So pretty much at this point, we just have like, if you were to cut everything out, we just have like a lot of like pictures and stuff. This little pocket, remember we did that? I'm gonna put this right here. So we're gonna put this. I'm gonna use the glue stick on it. But I'm also gonna use on the outside edges my snot glue. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Now there's a little seal here. In the original design, I did a purple one and it looked terrible. And I didn't like it at all. So I'm going to use these Velcro dots here. Now I'm going to preface this by saying, no, the dots don't come all stuck together. This is what happens when you're filming and you don't put stuff back after you use it. You end up with a mess of Velcro sticky dots. And well, there's consequences to that. I'm going to put a sticky dot on here. And I'm going to put it, I'm going to glue up here. Put some glue, maybe. My glue is trying to seal shut. Oh, oops. That's a lot. Okay, the sticky dot, we want to go down here. We're going to glue it up here and then the dot down here. That way it can open and close. Does that make sense? So just kind of like that. Hey, that looks good. I'm happy with that. Okay, and then when you can peel this up. Oops. There we go. Okay. And then so inside of this little card, so you can put, there's some cards that actually, oh, here. There's a little card that folds in half like this, and that can fit in there. You can put whatever at this point, you guys, this is your baby at this point. So you do whatever you want to decorate this, however you want to decorate. You can write a note in here, like a goal, like I hope to travel to Tuscany in 2027. We're going to put that inside because when we write things out and we see them visually, they will happen. All right. So we also have, we've got another pocket here. And you know what? I think that this pocket was supposed to go like right here, maybe. And I just got like creative happy. I don't know where that one, maybe I made an extra pocket. Oh yeah, it could go here, or you could use this here. I'm gonna just do that, I think. I should have put this pocket in before, but it's okay. It's okay. It really doesn't matter, honestly. This can kind of just, it could go in the back. Yeah, so this summer, I don't get to go to Tuscany, but I am going to Oregon. My mom lives in the Willamette Valley, which is wine country. It might be the closest I ever get to Tuscany, but it's okay. Okay. That wasn't ideal. Obviously, if you want a pocket there, we would have put one there beforehand, but whatever. It's okay. Okay. And if I didn't like glue stick this and zip tie it, oh my gosh. That's all right. I'm gonna have to hold this down. Let me see if I can get it. I could pull this up, but it's gonna rip the paper. And let me see if I can get it. Oh, maybe. Oh yes. Oh yeah, that's good. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Rescued it. Okay, let's do this. Let's get a big one on that side. This isn't gonna take a lot to like glue down because I've already jacked it up. All right. Okay. I do have another. This is actually a pocket here. And you could put that back here if I wanted to. But I don't really think that I need to. All right, let's put this aside and let's work on, we got some more fussy cuts. Remember, they're not meant to be cut perfect. They're just kind of fussy cut them. And then let's get these tags. We just have a few minutes before we have to head off to the next amazing artist. We have so many incredibly talented people inside of this community. I am thrilled to call them all friends. Every single one of them is an amazing friend. And I love the fact that I get to be by their sides and learn from them. They mentor me as much as I mentor them. For many of them, I'm actually their business coach. And you might say, why are you doing this if you're a business coach? I think that it's really important for me to stay in front of my community and show them like what you can do with your creative abilities. And little tags here, and that, and that. There's another little. That. Le pickup truck. Love this little cute little truck. I'm working on actually for the fall, I'm working on a themed pickup truck fall journal. That should be love. These pictures, you guys, are just write goals and quotes and be creative with them. Add some like fake florals to them. Give it sort of like a 3D sort of look to them. There's also like big cards in this one here. So if you do want to make this like a card experience, I'm big on card experiences. I hate, you guys, the thought of buying like an $8 card these days so somebody can, I'm telling you right now, if you make this for somebody, They are not throwing it away. I'm guaranteeing that this thing is going to be on display for years to come. Okay, so these long photos right here, we're actually going to take and we're going to do, we're going to put these little pull tabs on them. You can put these pull tabs on any of the artwork. There's no like the way you should do it or shouldn't do it. Here. Okay. All right. Very good. So now we're just with like a lot of extra pieces. There's an extra piece here where you could cut that in half or corner to corner if you want extra pockets. Again, to write a note. And let's do our tags, assemble, and then we are off to the next amazing, awesome artist. I'm gonna get out my little doohickeys here. We don't have too many purple ones left. I think I just have a couple purple ones. And I think we'll do the silver ones here. These are actually kind of a pain in the butt. These big, giant colored ones are, they're just, it takes all my strength to snap them. I don't like using the hammered ones when I'm filming because the sound of that, and then two, the it just it causes my camera and my lights and everything to move, and I don't want to do that. So there's that one. But I will say these bigger grommets, they require a lot of strength. Sometimes the cheaper grommets that you get at like Hobby Lobby, like these little ones right here, those are actually really easy to snap. That one. And then I actually, you know what? I'm going to use the smaller gold ones on these smaller tabs here. Okay. These little grommet things are really easy to get, really inexpensive to get. They're Amazon, like $10. They're like really inexpensive. And then if your hole doesn't totally go through, a little paper, the hanging chad. I like to call them hanging chads. I'm in Florida, in Tampa, Florida. So, you know, we're always like the butt of the news. So we always got some sort of hanging chad going on here. And let's get rid of that chad. Get some ribbon going on here. You can double these up, like do something like that, or you can just kind of single them. You could put some charms on them. Sometimes I like to put charms on them. Just pulled out various scrap pieces of ribbon. You guys can find like ribbon scraps on Etsy from time to time. Most of us have like no shortage of ribbon by any means. And if you wanted to get really cute with your tags, you could put like a little fake flower in it if you wanted to. You can tie them off with a bow. You can tie them the way I'm tying it. These are yours, you guys. I don't need to teach you how to tie tags. Experiment with it. I do realize that in this world, we have a lot of newbies and a lot of judgment, like the way we do things. And it's like, you know what? It is my paper. It's my project. I can do it any way I want to do it. It's paper, y'all. It's paper. There's not really like, it's paper. Be creative. Do it how you want to do it. Okay. All right, let's get this here. And let's take all of our clips off. And let's beautify this bad boy here. And we're going to put this big card. And hopefully we didn't like, you know, glue it closed. I've never done that before. And there we go. Put a card in there. There's a card there. We can put this card over here if we want to. And with the pull tab, this tabs just make them easy to make them like come in and out. And for time's sake, I'm just kind of placing these randomly wherever I want them. Let's see here. And there's another one right here, so you can't forget about that one. I'm going to put that there. And another one right here. And get that one there. Get some tickets here. We're going to kind of like, it's like staging a house for sale. I just love it. I'm serious. It's like staging a house. This is like, brings me so much joy. We can take our fussy cuts and you can glue your fussy cuts wherever you want them. Here's a cute little bird. We can do the bird house right there. We don't want to glue it on the other side because that'll get on the folder. And like OMG. Okay, we've got some pretty little tags going on here. Like that. And this. Like my summer. What'd you do this summer? Oh, I went to Tuscany, and they're like, you did? And I'm like, oh, it was like the creme de la creme of all papers. Let me tell you, like, it was amazing. Y'all, like, here you go. Like, here is your fabulous thing. Let's get that picture in there, like better situated there. And you can put any picture in here you want. I don't really care. Maybe you have a real picture of you in Tuscany that you want to put in there. That would even be more fabulous. Okay, these butterflies that we did the 3D on. Now, here's the thing. If you go and like glue it onto your picture, it's going to be hard to get it in and out. I don't care how you do it. Let's see here. Oh, we have some more tags over here. Remember these? I'm going to put these like right here. Family, memories. I think I'm going to put this butterfly right there. And put that one right there. A minute for it to set. And then I'm going to do this one just on the edge over here so that I can still take my photo in and out. And then like that. All right, you guys, I think that is about done. Look at that. Isn't that fabulous? It's like kind of stage our set here. There's some little extra pieces, but not many. It's like, you know, when you know, the husband puts together, I don't have a husband, but you know, when you have a husband and they put something together and there's like a bag of extra screws and you know that there probably shouldn't be that big of a bag of extra screws. Yeah, like we have extra pieces, but you can use them elsewhere. So here you guys is your beautiful trip to Tuscany this summer. I hope that you guys enjoy this printable and this project, and you guys get it printed out. And I can't wait to see it. If you're wondering about like what kind of papers to print out, on the very last page of this journal printable is my supply list and what I use to put this all together. Very affordable. Like I do all my printing at home. Unless I'm selling it, unless it's a professional kit, and then I do send this to the printer. But all my little projects at home are mine. And I print them here and create everything here. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for joining me. And I hope you have the most amazing day in the summer jam, the summer jubilee. I'll be seeing you guys real soon. Take care. Bye, everybody.